Good morning, beta. Today we'll be doing Nassim Ezekiel. He is one of the major Indian English poets. He was born in Bombay to Jewish parents. He got his early education in a Roman Catholic school. Despite being a Jew, he had better knowledge and understanding of Christianity, and this is one of the strong points of his writing career also. He published 8 volumes of poetry. Nassim Ezekiel's poetry was influenced by Eliot, Auden, Ezra Pound, and Rainer Maria. Uh, the main characteristics of his poetry are his conscious craftsmanship, a philosophical and introspective mood, and his unpretentious but restrained conversational style. The poem which we are going to do is Enterprise. Enterprise is part of his collection The Unfinished Man, published in 1960. This poem is basically a metaphor for the journey of life, a journey of self exploration. It can also be read as the poetic expression of Nassim Ezekiel's literary experiences during his stay in London. He was full of doubts, self scrutiny, and ambivalence. Enterprise is an allegorical poem describing man's condition in this world and his efforts, failures, frustrations during his journey of life. A small group of men, including the poet, they go on a journey, that is a pilgrimage. They were spiritually exalted and they made light of all the hardships because of the noble and sacred journey on which they had gone. The first phase was covered in high spirits, but the second phase made them vacillate, though it did not make their hope and courage questionable. The scorching sun tested their courage and determination. They bravely faced the difficulties and made plenty of notes about the things which the peasants bought and sold. They recorded the behavior of serpents and goats and visited the 3 cities where some sage had delivered sermons. During the next stage, the differences cropped up among them about crossing a desert patch. One of them, having the ability to write stylish prose, deserted them. His departure was a big loss and caused great disappointment and despair. The next phase was also marked by violence. They were attacked twice. As a result, they lost their way. A group among them wanted to have freedom to decide their course of action and desired to leave the group. The narrator tried to persuade this group not to break away. Their leader, however, declared that they were very close to their destinations and they were totally discouraged, and they moved forward like a wandering cloud without any hope of reaching the destination. They did not understand the message conveyed by the thunder, the divine broadcast, as they were totally broken and deprived of even the common necessities like the cake of soap. Finally, when they reach their destination, they feel disenchanted and could hardly understand why they had taken so much trouble to reach this place. They had all become dark and gloomy, and their endeavor of completing this journey did not look great at all. They realized that there was no point in undertaking such a long journey, and it was better to stay at home where they could earn grace. I know it is a bit philosophical poem, but one thing is that life is a journey, and if we start it as a pilgrimage, uh, the first phase is always very good, the childhood is always very good, the youth or the younger age is good, but as you grow old, you turn philosophical and you become stubborn and adamant. And this stubbornness and adamant of these people, of it results in violence, and their behavior changes from being very docile to being very violent. This is the main thing that the poet is trying to tell us, uh, that everybody who goes through the pilgrimage of life faces all these problems, and he has to tackle all his problems himself. Some people desert him, some go away, some get lost, and others who remain with him may or may not be his friends. We'll do the poem. It started as a pilgrimage, exalting minds and making all the burdens light. The second stage explored, but did not test the call. The sun beat down to match our rage. That they are embarking on a journey, which is a type of pilgrimage. Actually, the group is spiritually inclined, and they are facing all the hardships with a smile on their face, and they are full of courage, hope for a better future. We stood it very well, I thought, observed and put down copious notes on things the peasants sold and bought, the way of serpents and of goats, 3 cities where a sage had taught. Everything was faced with courage. The difficulties came, but they were full of hope that they will overcome them. They were recording everything that was happening around them. But when the differences arose, oh, how to cross a desert patch. Differences arise because of a very small thing. How to cross a desert patch. We lost a friend. People get lost, and people leave you when they do not agree with your thoughts. Was quite the best of all our batch. A shadow falls on us and grows. And this, in return, this what happens is that when you lose someone, you just do not know how to react. Another phase was reached when we were twice attacked. Then another thing happens, they are attacked, and that too not once but twice, and lost our way. In the meantime, they lose their way. They do not know where to go. A section claimed its liberty. To leave the group, I tried to pray. Our leader said he smelled the sea. One of them said that he can smell the sea, and the road that leads to the sea goes towards from there. But the others do not agree. The whole group does not agree. We notice nothing as we went. Whoever follow him, they do not know that it is there, even if they can find the sea. A straggling crowd of little hope, ignoring what the thunder meant. There is lots of thunder, rain, deprived of common needs like soap. Some were broken, some merely bent. Whenever hardships strike you, some people break down, and others just bend down and then again get up and face the difficulties. So you should be the one who can bend and get up again. When finally we reached the place, they reached the place where they were to reach. We hardly knew why we were there. In the meantime, in the process of the long journey, they forget why they were even going there. And when they reach the place, they do not know what to do with that place, because they do not know why they had actually decided to go there. The trip had darkened every face. Every face gets darkened when they have to face the problems. Our deeds were neither great nor rare. Now they find that it is no use. This pilgrimage was of no use because it has led to nothing. Home is we have to earn our way. In the last line, he sums up that it is only home where you can achieve everything. So it's not necessary that you have to go on a pilgrimage and achieve something great. If you stay at home and do your work and do everything nicely and good, then you can also achieve what you had aimed to achieve by going on a pilgrimage. Thank you.